Drama for the Padres, but it might work out for the better. Let's get into it. Welcome everybody back to the Touching Bases podcast. I just wanted to go over a couple things with my second home team, Padres, as they had a disastrous year last year, as any Dodgers fan likes to rub in my face. Perfectly fine. They did. They messed up. Didn't work out. But now it's your turn, Dodgers. Hopefully you don't fail. Xander Bogaerts has been asked to move over to second base, and I don't exactly think he has a choice because they're going to move Ha-Soung over to shortstop. Now, Bogaerts is pretty damn good, respectively, defensively, and he's been good with the bat and everything. So the question is, okay, well, why doesn't he just stay there and then Kim stays at second? Well, Kim is much better. He's very talented defensively, and his range is very good. So moving him over to shortstop is really going to give them a little bit more defensive aid. And keep in mind, Bogaerts probably isn't too happy about this because if you look back on 2022, the Red Sox said that they were going to move him from shortstop to second base, and he said, I'm now open to going to another team. It was that extreme. So shortstop has always been his spot, and that's the way he likes it. But in an interview yesterday, he kind of gave his thoughts, and I think it was a little bit more of a PR censorship on this part, just to make sure, because keep in mind, he has about 10 more years left on his contract with the Padres, so he's not going anywhere, and they're not trading him by any means.
I signed here as a shortstop, but to me, I just live and die baseball, and I felt like we had this conversation early in the morning, and I was like, listen, man, if this is the way that you guys feel the team is better. I respect him, especially defensively. I actually admire him a lot. So maybe it can hurt, but I'm just doing it in the best interest of the team. And in the end, I feel like I'm at peace with moving off, because I felt like if I literally didn't really want to, I would have just let them know. And that would have been, I wouldn't say a problem, but it might have been a tough situation. But I think I'm really at peace of going to have to move off, So I think that deep down in my heart, like I was actually cool with it. I didn't expect maybe to be cool with it, but what more can I accomplish in this game? I came here. The only reason I came here was to win a World Series. So if this is the way that we're going to get one, so be it.
Him being a team player, he said that he's, not exactly excited about the move, but he respects Kim and his defensive ability and being able to move over there to shortstop to take the reins. I think he does fully understand his situation to where he is basically locked in to play for the team. And given the disaster of last season and knowing how good Kim is defensively, if he's able to do his best as a mature athlete would and play second base and really perform there, Kim is probably going to get the job done over at shortstop. So I think he's kind of conceded to the idea and he's willing to go over to second base, as he wasn't while he was with the Red Sox, and looking for the possibility of actually making the playoffs this season, even though they've lost Juan Soto and 4 of their pitchers. Wow. Yeah, Padres have lost a lot of guys on their pitching rotation, but there is a chance that they could make it. Maybe it's the toxic clubhouse. Maybe it was a Tatis issue as far as his PED use, or maybe it was just a combination of nobody performing like they should have. I still have confidence in this team, even though it's not exactly as great on paper. Now, keep in mind, he's also probably considering the fact that not only is it him and Kim that are just swapping places. Now, if Kim were to move over to third or go anywhere else, then basically Tatis would probably have to come in and take over for shortstop, which they just moved him from shortstop to right field last season, where he performed really well. I believe he got a platinum glove, or maybe he got a golden glove. I can't exactly remember that part, but I should know this stuff because I'm a pretty big fan of Tatis. So the closer you get to home plate, the harder it is to play. And now that Tatis has gotten really used to playing in the outfield, you don't really want to move him back in, because that is a chance that he's going to decline in his defensive ability, and you do not want to mess with that. So I'm pretty sure that Bogaerts is more looking at it as it's going to help the team, because it's not just going to affect him, it's going to affect multiple positions. So Tatis gets to stay in right field, and center and left are still looking pretty weak. I'm hoping that maybe the Padres sign one more player for the outfield. It's looking a little weak over there. But I think this is going to be a really good duo for the middle infield. I mean, having Kim and Bogaerts right up the middle playing defense is going to be probably one of the, I would say, in the top 5, maybe even the top 3 as far as defensive players, and in at least the National League, if not the entire MLB. So I'm pretty excited for this move, as long as Bogaerts is able to perform over there at second base, which I think he will. I think that the mature thing for him to do would be, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it well, and I'm going to do it better than anybody else so that it benefits the team, but also makes him look good and and I think a lot of people will be impressed if you are able to change positions and then maybe even win a gold glove at that position, that in the first year of doing it, even after you've said, no, I don't want to play there, it kind of shows some good character. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think Bogaerts will probably perform well. And then Kim going over to shortstop will be pretty deadly, pretty good range. Anything on the ground will probably get swooped up by those two, at least if it's hit anywhere near them. I think Bogaerts is making a good decision by accepting this and moving over there. Granted, he's kind of has his hands tied, so I don't know if he has a choice, but the way he made it seemed is that he might not be happy about it, but he wants to do what's best for his team, and hopefully that positivity is going to show in the clubhouse and maybe also create a turning point to where Padres actually start playing really well together and doing that teamwork and camaraderie, maybe sees as a future leader of that clubhouse. So I don't know. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a deadly middle infield. Padres have a lot more to do. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but it is still rebuilding stages as they need to get their pitching figured out soon. Hope you guys liked this video. If you guys haven't already, subscribe, join the Touching Bases family. Like the video if you did. Dislike it if you didn't. Make sure you leave a comment below. If you are a Dodgers fan and hate the Padres, leave a comment. And then share with your other Dodgers friends so they can dislike it and leave a comment. I'm looking forward to it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. See ya.